Okay, this screencast is about conditional formatting. So conditional formatting is different to formatting. Formatting, you pick the cells and then you pick what colour, what font, what layout you want those cells to be. Conditional formatting is where it'll make, for example, cells a different colour depending on what's inside that cell. So whenever the contents of that cell change, the colour will keep updating depending on the rules that you've set behind it. Conditional formatting is here. Now the first rule of conditional formatting, highlight your cells first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make conditional formatting depending on the club that they play for. So highlight every single club and then go to conditional formatting. Now the main ones are the ones called highlight cells, which just means highlight them with a certain colour depending on what you've got in them. And I want a special one. I want different teams to have different colours. So I'm going to put more rules here. And what I'm going to do is look, format cells that contain. So cells that contain specific text, and that specific text is Manchester United. Don't click on a certain cell and highlight it depending on that, because if you do, if I'd in there clicked on that cell, well, what happens if this football player moves away from Manchester United and starts playing for Liverpool? It won't say Manchester United in there anymore, so always type in the word you cell. And what do I want to format it to? Well, it's Man U, so I think what I'll do is I'll make the colour red and I'm going to make it bold. So OK and OK. And then you can see that on the Manchester United words have made red. Don't click away and then the data is still highlighted exactly the same, and then go exactly through it again and add in another rule. So specific text containing Arsenal, and I'm going to format that also to red, but I'm going to make it italic and I'm going to underline it. And then you can see that Arsenal's a different colour. And then West Ham, do exactly the same, cells that contain specific text, West Ham, and I'm going to format those to be a really deep red. And then again, having those highlighted text still there, I'm going to add another one on for Chelsea and make that blue. Clearly there's a lot of other colours and things that you can pick, but what I want to show you now is that if I make that player, he doesn't play for Manchester United anymore, he plays for Chelsea. As soon as I enter Chelsea, it'll change it to blue. Okay, once the conditional formatting's done, if you find that something doesn't look right, don't highlight all your text again and go and add another rule, because all you're going to do is your rules that are already there, they're still not working, but they're still going to be there. So instead, go to Manage Rules and have a look at what rules you've got. So let's say you think, oh, I should only have 3, and I've got 4. Find which one you shouldn't have, and then you can delete it. Also, you might notice that you've got cells in rows 9 as well, and this only goes to 8. So instead of deleting them and adding them on again, I could just change each of these to highlight an extra row down, i.e. row 9 as well. Or let's say I think, oh well, I don't want them to be that dark purpley colour, it don't really work. Well, okay, instead just edit it, and then can you see I'm back to the screen, and then I might think, well actually, instead I'd rather have that as yellow. Okay, so if you don't like anything in your conditional formatting, go to Manage Rules, delete them, edit the cells that it's looking at, or edit through this your colour. Don't just keep adding new rules on. And that's conditional formatting.